am Fletcher Brown with another artist video blog, Kicks96country.com. Our guest today, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. Please welcome our good friend, Andy Ross. How are you, Andy?
Man, I'm doing great. Happy to be here, buddy.
Well, Merry Christmas, first of all, for you. We're in
Merry
that
Christmas.
time of year.
We sure are.
You're my first interview of the holiday season.
Right on.
Right? And I get really happy and joyful around Christmas time. I just love Christmas, you know. So, and then you've got a Christmas song. We're going to talk a little bit about your Christmas single.
Yeah.
In just a bit. But I want to first introduce my audience to Andy Ross. Right? So, talk to us, Andy. These hats are really awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, these American Rebel. That's actually written on the side of your tour bus out there.
It is. It is.
So, talk to us about Andy Ross and American Rebel. Talk to us.
Well, you know, I'll go back just a little bit. I had a TV show for 10 years on the Outdoor Channel called Maximum Archery World Tour. I bow hunted all over the world on outdoor TV. And, you know, I wanted to kick it up a notch. I thought I'd do some original music on the show, mostly hunting songs. I wrote Gotta Go Hunting Blues, Buck of a Lifetime, Hunt Me Down, Blood Trail on a Whitetail, Support Your Local Wildlife, those kind of songs, you know. And then, you know, iTunes came out, file sharing, Napster, internet, you know. Yeah. And all of a sudden, all my music starts, you know, going a little bit viral. And, you know, a lot of artists in Nashville hunt. And they watched my show, Maximum Archery. So I was doing music. I had the TV show. And, you know, I didn't have to go looking for Blake Shelton and Chris Jansen and Lee Bryce. I mean, they were calling saying, hey, well, let's write a song, man. We'd love to write one for you for your show. We love the show. And the Davison Brothers producer finally said to me one day, he said, man, why don't we just make a record? And so now I've been blessed to make 4 albums and a Christmas song and the occasional jingle. But what you're referring to there at American Rebel, in 2015, I had a song out off my Time to Fight record called American Rebel. It went viral as a patriotic anthem. We decided to build a brand around it. We started making concealed carry clothing, backpacks, coats, and jackets. Started manufacturing gun safes. We became a public company on NASDAQ in February of 22. And now we're getting ready to launch America's patriotic, God-fearing, Constitution-loving, national anthem singing, Stand Your Ground beer. Coming out. Coming at you.
Wait, can you do that? Say that again.
America's patriotic, God-fearing, Constitution-loving, national anthem singing, Stand Your Ground beer.
I love it. You have any of that beer on you?
We'll have our first run December 7th, and then our major first production run first week of February.
Okay.
But so I will make sure that the refrigerators down here at this historical, wonderful, beautiful radio conglomerate bundle of musical joy gets some cases.
My boss actually does have a beer cooler in his office.
I guarantee it.
Yeah,
you just know when you walk in here, there's a beer cooler somewhere.
There is. It's a beer cooler. He's got his Tennessee Titans wrapped beer cooler in his office. So I mean, now Andy, obviously you're a man of many talents. You know, the hunting show, and I mean, I have friends who watch the hunting show, and they're familiar with you through that. Obviously, you've got a mind for, you know, marketing development, things like that. It's like, but the music, where did the music come from? Have you always been musically inclined, or?
You know, I could play good enough, you know, and I could write well enough, and I got to write those hunting songs and that stuff on the show, but I had a built-in audience, and I had a very narrow, you know, hunting is this big, big, but bow hunting's this big. But patriotism is this big, right? So I had this audience already going in the hunting world, and my bow hunting songs and my hunting songs were doing great. And as we just expanded the things I wanted to sing about and celebrate, my audience expanded. But honestly, I've got to give credit to people like Jamie Lee Thurston and Doug Cahan that are with me today. Porter Howe from Little Texas fame. God bless Texas. Amy's back in Austin. What might have been Kick a Little. I've wrote a lot of songs with Porter. Doug's helped me write a lot of songs for my records. So because I had some notoriety, because I had a market and I had an audience, and I had, you know, I had some talent to bring to the table, I was able to work with people that really have a lot of talent in writing songs. And they helped me make my good Andy Ross songs really good, great Andy Ross songs. So I have to give the people I've been able to work with, our producer and my partner, Doug Grau, I got to give them a lot of credit for the songs that I have. Absolutely. I mean, I wrote them, but you know.
Well, I mean, it's good company you're in.
Wrote them with them, and you know, like Porter Howe told me, he said, "Look, you know, I'm not going to give you a song. If I got a song idea, I'm writing it for myself. I've got a project. You got to come to the table with the song. You got to come to the table with the idea. You've got to have something started." It's up to me to help you make it as good as it possibly can, but you've got to come to the table. And so that's what I've always done. I've come in with the ideas and, you know, possible melody in mind, and maybe some lyrics, maybe a chorus idea. Sometimes that gets thrown on the floor and another idea comes to the table through the process of discussing it. But I'm getting better at my craft, and I get to work with talented people.
All right, so now you've got the music going.
Yep.
You know, you've got a couple singles out. You've got a new Christmas song. Is this a shift into music and away from like the hunting show, or is that part of your life?
Well, we made that shift about 7 years ago, where we really backed off on the hunting, and I guest appearance on a lot of my friends' hunting shows that I met relationships like Tim Wells at Relentless Pursuit. People who have shows, I'll go in 3, 4, 5 hunts a year. I'm doing a buffalo hunt coming up here, archery buffalo coming up here with Tim. And so I'll be, you know, I'm kind of appearing on their shows instead of holding down a full-time show, because I'm playing a lot of music. We're playing patriotic festivals. We're playing NASCAR races, you know, motocross races, Freedom Festival, all kinds of outdoor a lot of bike rallies, Bullitt County Bike Fest, stuff like that. So we're busy playing music.
All right, so it's mostly music now.
Yep.
And right now it's Christmas, so we're talking about Christmas music. And you've got a Christmas single out right now, "Make Christmas Great Again." Okay,
I do.
Talk to us about that song now. Is it pretty self-explanatory? Like,
yeah, I think on a little bit humorous side, you might think of Christmas Vacation and how you know, Clark just wanted to have a good old-fashioned family Christmas and get back to the meaning of Christmas. I think on a political side for me, it's you know, if you believe, then say Merry Christmas and don't worry, you know, everybody's happy holidays, because they're afraid they're gonna, you know, rub somebody the wrong way with the Merry Christmas. I mean, come on, man up. If you you know, if you're a believer as I am, then just out with it. It's Merry Christmas, folks.
So, "Make Christmas Great Again." That was new this year. It's like that's one that you just said, you know what, I'm going to write a Christmas song, you know, for the man like me, you know, and you put that out.
We wrote it a couple of years ago, and COVID came around, and we never released it to radio. So we decided this was the year to do it.
Okay, so the song's been cooking for a minute.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So, what about a new album, new music? You're going to have, like, going into the new year? Are we going to have new Andy Ross music?
Yeah, you know, it's so different. The first records we made, you would complete the whole record, the whole project, and then you would decide what song you wanted to release as a single. Now, with the way the music business works, it's almost, they call it a waterfall approach. So you start recording the record and you start releasing a couple songs while you're finishing the record. And you don't have to wait for the album to be done, because people aren't, you know, they're not downloading and buying albums anymore. They're just buying the singles and streaming mainly the singles.
Yeah.
Not too many people deep dive into, well, what's that rest of the record sound like? So we've already released All American Heart and I Stand For You off the record. And we're finishing up the record as we speak for, you know, release early spring.
Okay.
The record's going to be called Lucky to Be Alive, and you know, we're excited to get that out. It'll be out in time for the tour dates to start back up, start playing, and get out and do what we do.
And you're going to have plenty of American Rebel beer.
Yeah.
You know, what is it again? The beer?
America's patriotic, God-fearing, Constitution-loving, national anthem singing, stand your ground beer.
Can I have that on a T-shirt?
It's on a T-shirt.
I want that on a T-shirt.
It's on the can. It's on the 12-pack. It's on the T-shirt. It's on everything. It's on the koozie.
Man, this has been a delight, man. Andy, I appreciate you coming down here and spending some time with us.
Yeah. Hey, check out AmericanRebelBeer.com and check out the jingle I wrote. And the jingle's on there. And of course, all my music's at AndyRoss.com. Our other products are at AmericanRebel.com. And I'm at Andy Ross Rebel on all socials.
Absolutely. So make sure you go and find Andy Ross and all of that online, and keep up with them, and be looking for his album release in the early spring. And of course, if you want to hear "Make Christmas Great Again," make sure you call us here at Kicks 96 during our holiday playlist. We'll be happy to play it for you. We've got all kinds of great Christmas music in rotation, and that's going right in there with the rest of it. Andy, thanks for visiting.
Thank you, bud. It's a pleasure.
All right, look for a live performance from Andy elsewhere here on our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time on another artist video blog. Kicks96country.com.
I want to see the manger scene on the courthouse lawn. Don't care who it might offend. great again.